He has 200 million followers on a platform he bought just to control the conversation. He fired 80% of the staff in 48 hours, and people applauded him. Why? This isn't genius. This isn't charisma. This is psychology. 4 precise mechanisms, invisible, calculated. And once you see them, you'll recognize them everywhere. Let's begin. I'll be straight with you. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. I don't hate him either. But something has bothered me for a long time, something I couldn't quite name. How is it possible that a man this controversial is this untouchable? I spent 3 weeks looking for the answer, and what I found is more unsettling than I expected. This file is going to show you the 4 psychological mechanisms he uses, not to attack him, not to defend him, so that you are never influenced by them again without knowing it. 4 mechanisms, 10 minutes, and a truth that goes far beyond Elon Musk. Before the mechanisms, we need to open the origin file. Pretoria, South Africa. A 9-year-old boy. His parents are divorcing. He chooses to live with his father. He would later say it was one of the worst mistakes of his life. His own words, "My father is a terrible human being." Children who grow up with a cold, absent, or critical parent develop what psychologists call a compensatory drive. Love is not given, it must be earned, through performance, through achievement, through repeated proof that you are enough. Now look at what that produced. A humiliated child in Pretoria against the man who wants to colonize Mars. The gap between the two isn't genius. It's a wound that never healed. And that wound, you'll find it in every single one of the 4 mechanisms. That's the first piece of the puzzle. Remember it. Here's what most people think. Elon Musk is unpredictable, eccentric, a genius you can't really understand. Completely wrong. Every move he makes follows a precise psychological pattern. Repeated, predictable, measurable. And in the next 7 minutes, you'll see exactly what it is. Mechanism number 1, the underdog cult. Here's what happens in your brain when you watch Rocky lose in the first round. You root for him, you encourage him, you feel his pain as if it were your own. This is a deep cognitive bias, hardwired into your brain since childhood. We are programmed to support the one who fights against something bigger than them. Now apply that to Elon Musk. He is the wealthiest man in the world. He owns the most influential communication platform on the planet. He launches rockets funded by the state. And yet, he always positions himself as the one fighting the system, against the auto industry, against governments, against the elites. The underdog bias doesn't look at the bank account, it looks at the narrative. And the narrative he's selling you is this: you and him against them. That's not admiration, that's identity. And identity is the most powerful psychological anchor that exists. Mechanism number 2, permanent disruption. There is a principle in neuroscience called attentional capture. When the world around you is predictable, your brain goes into energy-saving mode. It filters, it ignores, it runs on autopilot. But the moment an unpredictable stimulus appears, your brain wakes up. It has no choice, it's biological. Musk has built an entire career on this mechanism. He announces products that don't exist yet. He posts memes that move markets. He makes $10 billion decisions in public made by tweet. This is not impulsiveness. This is attentional engineering. And here's the truly dark part. By being perpetually unpredictable, he has created a mental framework where his unpredictability itself becomes proof of his genius. The delay? He thinks in decades. The absurdity? You don't understand his vision. The failure? It was deliberate. He cannot lose. And that's where it gets really interesting. Wait. We're halfway through. And I need to tell you something I didn't plan to say. While preparing this script, I realized this isn't really a video about Elon Musk. It's a video about you, about me, about the way we all let ourselves be influenced without knowing it. Because the next two mechanisms, the most powerful ones, don't only apply to him. They apply to every figure of power occupying space in your head right now. Political, media, cultural. Stay with me. Mechanism number 3, polarization as strategy. Here's a question you've probably never asked yourself. Why does a man this rich and powerful spend so much time provoking people he could simply ignore? He posts a controversial tweet. Half the network attacks him. The other half defends him with equal force. Now look at what both sides have in common. They're talking about him. Psychologists call this effective polarization, and it is the most powerful engagement engine that exists on social media. But there is one more layer, and this is where it gets truly dark. When you have publicly defended someone, when you've posted, replied, argued, your ego is invested. Changing your mind now means admitting you were wrong. He doesn't need you to love him. He needs you to feel something strong. Because strong emotions create loyalty, and loyalty creates an army. Mechanism number 4, the last one, and the most sophisticated, the misunderstood genius. Here's how to recognize it. Every time a valid criticism is made against Musk, it gets absorbed by the same narrative. Missed deadline, he thinks in decades, not quarters. Absurd decision, he sees what you don't. Legal trouble, the system fears him. Psychologists call this an unfalsifiable belief system. Any evidence against the narrative becomes evidence for the narrative. This is the hardest mechanism to detect because it looks exactly like critical thinking. And here's how he deliberately maintains it. The memes, the jokes, the "I'm just a guy who builds rockets." Researchers call this disarming through humor. When people laugh with you, they stop questioning you. Genius as a shield, humor as armor. And remember the child from Pretoria, the one who needed to prove he was enough. This mechanism is the psychological fortress he built around that wound. A fortress almost nothing can penetrate. Here's what most people miss entirely. Everything we just decoded, the underdog, the disruption, the polarization, the unfalsifiable genius. None of it is unique to Elon Musk. It's a template. And our world doesn't just tolerate it, it rewards it, it funds it, it calls it leadership. In politics, in media, in the institutions that shape your daily life. The real question is not, is Musk good or bad? The real question is, now that you can name the mechanisms, how many other people in positions of power are using the exact same playbook? Because a mechanism you can name loses its grip on you. That's what decoding psychology means, not cynicism, clarity. File summary. 4 mechanisms, 1 psychological template, millions of people influenced, most of whom will never know it. Understanding this doesn't make Musk less impressive. It makes you less manipulable. File closed. 4 mechanisms, 1 psychological template, and a man who has built an empire on it. Now here's what's interesting. In a few days, this same man is launching what will be the largest IPO in history. SpaceX, ticker SPCX, NASDAQ, $75 billion raised, $2 trillion valuation. And millions of people are ready to buy. Not because of the numbers, because of the narrative, because of the myth, because of everything we just decoded together. The next file. Why everyone wants a SpaceX share, and why the psychological mechanisms behind that desire are more dangerous than the investment itself. If you've understood what we decoded today, you already know you need to watch that one. File incoming.